Hello, so the RANS S6S has been updated in Microsoft Flight Simulator and I've just got around to installing it, so we're going to take it for a flight. We are at Outskerries, a small island off the coast of Scotland. So if we go and have a look on a map to find out where we are, well, there we are, Outskerries. So if we zoom out, you can see there's the Shetland Islands, and if you zoom out further you can see we're way off the coast of Scotland out here. So this was when they did the UK update for Flight Simulator, the world update. This was one of the areas that had custom scenery, and you can see all of the rock outcrops and harbours have been put in extreme detail. So this is a fantastic place to go and fly. So you can see even this tiny little airstrip has got all the wooden posts alongside it and dry stone walls. It's remarkably well done. Okay, so we're going to take the RANS S6S for a flight, so let's go and jump inside it. And you'll notice straight away, if you had bought this previously, there are some significant updates to it. So you have options now about whether you want a GPS or a storage box. So if you have a storage box, you can open the storage box and there's various things inside it, including a map. So the map is of where is it? Phoenix in the US at the moment. So I'm wondering if there's a way of substituting that out for a different map. I'm not sure if there will be, but it would be interesting if there was. And you can close the box. So I guess that's just a nice add-on. So you can switch that out and get GPS. So you get a very basic GPS set. And you also get the option of having an autopilot, which for people who fly bush planes a lot will think that's actually rather lovely. So if you put autopilot on, you get autopilot on off switch, wing leveling, altitude hold, flight director and nav and approach. So if you have tuned in the radios to an appropriate frequency, then you can play games with doing navigation and approach. So let's go and get it fired up, shall we? So if we go and turn the batteries on and then open the fuel shut-off valve and then crack the throttle open and give it a turn over, shall we? Okay, that was remarkably easy. So then we go for avionics, nav lights, strobe lights, landing lights. Don't need the panel lights, it's broad daylight. So we can have a look in the it'd be interesting to know what approach mode does, given that we haven't actually got radios as far as I can tell to tune in. I guess you can't do procedures in here, can you? So you can do point-to-point navigation, which is quite straightforward. So obviously, you can just put in your waypoints, but we're not going to bother with that. We're just going to have a fly of the airplane today. Put it back on map view, zoom out a little bit. Okay, so it's a remarkably simple, straightforward aircraft. So we have got flaps, you can extend them enormously. So we're just going to put them to their first position just for takeoff, and we're going to go racing off down this road and hopefully miss the hill at the end. Okay, so let's see how we get on with flying this little aeroplane. Full throttle. .60 knots and rotate. Be careful of the telegraph wires. Isn't this scenery amazing? There's a windy day here in Skerries, so you can see the water is all over the place. So if we turn around, there's a fishing boat in the harbour here. I was going to say there was a much bigger fishing boat in here this morning. It's obviously gone out to sea. There's some fish nets down here. It's very, very nice scenery, and all of the rocks are fantastically done. Okay, so we'll just do a little loop around and come back into the airfield. Maybe we'll go and look at the lighthouse. So the RANS S6S is remarkably easy to fly, has to be said. So we've covered it before on the channel, and we said then how easy it was to fly. That is still true. Obviously you have these nice benefits now of an autopilot, so you can get it to fly along on long journeys on its own, and it will track a GPS route almost completely automatically for you. It will crab into crosswinds and do everything you would expect. Okay, so let's just descend down, go and have a look at the lighthouse. Just descending. Flight Simulator is remarkable sometimes, isn't it? Some power back on before we hit the ground. Okay, so we need to double back, so we get some more power on. This plane is so manoeuvrable, it's untrue. So you can see the runway over there, so we'll just turn around. And get the flaps down. And we'll skim over the top of this headland here. There's a nice little building over here as well. There's nice buildings everywhere this part of the world. It's really well modelled. So I'm just going to come off the speed a little bit. So you need to be careful of the wind pulling you down onto the runway here. It kind of does pull the wind as it passes over the runway pulls down into this gully. So you may notice it pulling us viciously downwards just as we get near the runway. There it goes. Just need to be aware of it. So it's just a downdraft where the wind is following the contour of the land. See, we can take off just as easily as we landed. We landed so smoothly there that we didn't actually hear anything. So let's go and have a look around. So we get the flaps back down just to so we can fly nice and slowly and explore some of these harbours. Fishing boat down here. Okay, let's see about bringing this back in for a landing then. Okay, there we go. Just roll down onto the grass down here and spin the plane around, ready to go again across the road. Okay, so easiest way to turn the engine off is just turn the magnetos off and then go and turn the electrics off, and we're good to go next time. So fuel shut off. This obviously the various doors and things work in the aircraft. Everything works, so it's, you know, remarkably straightforward. So there you go, the RANS S6S. And the Out Scary scenery, which is built into the World Update, so it's free scenery. If you wanted to go and visit this airfield, it's the ICAO code is Echo Golf 78. So hopefully you enjoyed that. That's the RANS S6S. I really like it. I'll see you again soon.